Hi, I'm Rex McNeil, and thanks for joining us. We've got a special guest today, James Garner, who is the star of James Garner's tribute to Johnny Cash.
Yes, we are.
All right. Well, thanks for being with us. What inspired you, first of all, to go, hey, I'm gonna start imitating singing like Johnny Cash?
Sure, I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
I fell in love with the music of Johnny Cash when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
Cash came and played in my hometown of Hanford, which is down the Central Valley by Fresno. Right. And he came and played at our theater there in town. Okay. I didn't know Johnny Cash was, because this is a point in his life where commercially he wasn't on the radio. It was Garth Brooks and Randy Travis and Reba McEntire. And Johnny Cash had been kind of, slipping down the charts.
Gotcha.
My dad went to the show. And I thought, well, this Johnny Cash, number one, he has a great name. His name's Johnny Cash. It's like, this guy's got to be pretty good. Because, my dad's leaving the house, so that's good. So one day, my mom and my brother and I were over in Visalia, which was the next little town over. And we were at the Sam Goody music store, which my mom said we could pick out a tape.
Okay.
You remember,
all right.
You remember tapes?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I do too. And so I got this tape called Johnny Cash Giant Hits. I wanted to hear what he sounded like. I didn't know a single song by him. I got this tape and we were driving home, and I put this tape in the player there in the car. And the first song was Don't Take Your Guns to Town.
Oh, great song.
Great tune. Great ballad. Great story. And it's everything in that song is everything you need to know about Johnny Cash.
Exactly.
Big voice, sparse instrumentation. He's going to tell you a story, and he's going to button it all up in 2 minutes, right? And when I listened to that, I remember driving home on the highway, and like, this is amazing. Like, this is way better than Milli Vanilli. Which
just
is,
a little.
And that's that's what's on the radio at this point, 1990, 91. And so I fell in love with it. And then I just started, I wanted to get my hands on everything Johnny Cash. And so I did. I bought tapes, I bought CDs, I bought books. And as you got into it, you just realized how big a career he had, how important his music was. And that was the thing, that it was important. It was meaningful.
I think Johnny Cash had such a long career, you could easily divide it into like 3 different parts at least. So which era of Johnny Cash's career really hits home for you is your favorite era of Johnny Cash? Yeah,
it's hard to pick because they're all great. I really love that era of 69 to 72, 73. The television show was during that time. So he had his own TV show on ABC, which ran for 3 years. It was a big show. And what was groundbreaking about that show was who he brought on. It wasn't just, oh, hi, I'm Johnny Cash and I'm going to sing your songs. Here's Bob Dylan, here's Chris Christopherson, here's Stevie Wonder, here's James Taylor. Here, it's just, the list went on and on. And I love watching that, because here's Johnny Cash doing his songs, but he's also singing with all of these great legends too. It's a great period in his career.
Well, I think Johnny Cash, one of the great American storytellers in song. And James Garner, thanks so much for being with us. And thank you for joining us, finding out more about James Garner's tribute to Johnny Cash.